Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Emmerdale spoilers. Who John really is exposed and Anthony still alive. Emmerdale characters will be asking if Anthony Fox is still alive next week, convinced over his true fate according to new spoilers while John Sugden's past is seemingly rumbled. There could be some almighty twists in store next week on Emmerdale, according to new spoilers. John Sugden and Joe Tate find their deepest, darkest secrets possibly exposed. We find out the true fate of Anthony Fox as more than one character confronts John, believing he could still be alive. Spoilers reveal Anthony's true fate comes into question months on from his apparent demise, and soon John is confronted about why his body might not be where he said it is. That's not all that's set to come out about John, as we finally learn more about his past and who he is as a person. He's not the only one under the spotlight, too, as a big mistake and him going snooping could see Joe's sickening actions towards Uncle Caleb Milligan finally come to light. Something happens that sparks huge suspicion and could pave the way for a dramatic downfall. Elsewhere, one resident has a huge decision to make that could tear her whole family apart. Someone might finally look into the disappearance of Nate Robinson, too, with the village yet to find out he has been murdered. Let's kick off with John, because he has more than one plot unraveling next week. His lies about his past look set to catch up with him, leaving more than one resident rattled and eager to find out the truth. First off, we have Steph Milligan spiraling after recent discoveries about Anthony. Her worried parents Ruby and Caleb find her in the woods in the supposed spot where John buried Anthony's body after Ruby killed him months ago. After someone claiming to be Anthony sends her flowers, Steph is in turmoil, and she soon convinces herself that he's still alive and isn't really dead. Viewers have shared this theory for weeks, but could she be onto something? She's found clawing at the ground trying to see if he's really there, and the discovery soon startles all of them, as they all realize that the soil seems undisturbed, and they question how John could possibly have buried a body in that spot. They decide to confront John. It's clear they are all suspicious, with images showing the trio and John's partner Aaron Dingle, asking him about where Anthony is and if he is really in that location. Things take a turn when they question whether Anthony is really dead after all. But what will John confess? As for Aaron, he has suspicions of his own after suggesting they use Chas and Liam's wedding booking for themselves. John's odd reaction to this confuses Aaron, and when he finds out Aaron has gone ahead with it, he storms out. John then apologizes the next day and makes some telling comments about his issues surrounding control, especially in relationships. But Aaron has no idea of the lengths John has gone to maintain control. And it seems we the viewer are about to find out so much more about the character. With John on the spot over who he might invite to the wedding, he suggests he has a lack of family and friends. This leads to his sister Victoria Sugden formulating a plan out of pity, deciding to contact some of John's army friends for the stag do. But what will she find out? Over to Joe, and he begins snooping into what the Milligans are hiding, and it could cost him everything. He can't help himself when he gets closer to the truth about Anthony, and the Milligans worry about Caleb's nephew's interference. Trying to keep his enemies close, Caleb invites him over for lunch. But when Joe leaves behind his coat, which has his medication in, his sick actions could finally be rumbled. Fans know Joe recently had his uncle stabbed so that he could steal his kidney, needing an organ transplant after being seriously ill. It all went ahead, and Joe is now recovering, taking medication to ensure the new kidney is accepted by his body. Caleb remains in the dark about what happened. So next week, when Joe drops his pills in front of him and Steph, will the truth be exposed? Soon Caleb does some digging of his own into Joe, and it leads to both a discovery and a new suspicion. Joe, meanwhile, is trying to win back his fling Dawn Taylor. Joe tries to convince her to leave husband Billy Fletcher, and she realizes that she has a decision to make. But what will it be? Also next week, Jacob Gallagher and Charity Dingle continue to work together against Cammy, with Jacob desperate to win back Sarah Sugden. There's also a hint over how Nate's murder will be uncovered when his ex Tracy is encouraged to look for him. With her still unable to reach him on the phone, Carrie Wyatt encourages her to take some agency and search for him. So will this lead to his death being exposed?